Andy. I mean, I don't.
I am. I mean, and, you know, in the first couple of seasons, I didn't mind his visions because it really did tie in with Yellow-Eyed Demon. But then, okay, Yellow-Eyed Demon's gone now, and my fear is in next season they're heading towards Super Sam. He's gonna have lightning shooting out of his fingertips and stuff because he's gonna tap into whatever is inside him now. I mean, Ruby told him it's still there. Now, Jean's in hell. I have to go rescue my brother. I'm gonna tap into this. I'm gonna explode into this big thing. I don't want that. I want the two brothers in the car driving around, being normal, fighting these things because they want to fight them, and not have Sam kind of super freak sitting in the passenger seat.
Well, that's what
it's
makes
just
the
my
show
fear.
relatable because you could see an Impala, and you know, and like it could be them. Like that's, you know, it's the same thing with Doctor Who. Like you could walk around a corner and the TARDIS could be there. That's what like the appeal is that it's so regular and it's so relatable. You know, because
and that's why Sam can't get it.
And
that's why I really don't think that's.
Well, and that's why Super Sam isn't appealing to a certain extent.
Right.
Because
Yeah. I don't
then
want
it
that.
takes it
You go
into
down that
into
road,
really
you can't kick it back.
Exactly. Once you're there, what are you gonna do? I mean,
But at the
That's
same
your
Where'd you
time,
go?
at the same time, if they don't go to that place, how are they going to resolve all of this? I mean, what's going to
I
be
don't know.
satisfactory
I don't know.
resolve if they don't go there? Because I'm the same way. I don't really want him to go there, but at the same time, I don't want it to just disappear and not
exactly, because you can't just have him Super Sam. I rescue my brother and then it vanishes. I don't. So I'm curious. I don't want to do that.
This could be amazing. This is so huge, but that's one of those things that once you do it, you can't take it back. I mean, that's what shows love to do. They love to do stuff and then take it back. But if you send Dean to hell and you bring him back and there's something different about him, you know, if you make Dean a demon, you can't take it back. If you make Sam Super Sam, you can't really take it back.
No take back. Unless it's integrally tied in with him going dark side, which is what I really want to see. The powers
Sam or Dean?
would be fun, but what I really want to see is Sam go dark side.
And Jared wants that. He keeps saying it over and over and over again. Why go dark side? Why go dark side?
They got
Wonder
brother
of it.
versus brother. It's like the original recipe Cain and Abel, but so much more
man versus man.
emotional because if Dean comes back different, oh god, I hate that. And Sam's got abilities. All of a sudden, you've got all these question marks. We don't know anything about kind of if when Dean comes back, because I think he's coming back. Would he have any special abilities? He hasn't been in hell that long. I mean, unless he, of course, would get the time.
Well,
then he has a
like,
tan,
well,
but still, some mention. But my question is, if he comes back and he's just like PTSD, then you open up an entire other realm of how Sam would deal with it and try to suppress those dark urges and be a good brother and take care of someone who's always taking care of him. But I think it's really intrinsic that Sam fundamentally fails to save Dean. Like, if Sam is the one who saves Dean, I will be really disappointed because it's too cliche. It's too cliche, but also it's just, you know, if they immediately go there, so, I've got to get my brother out of hell, so I'm going to tap into my powers. Why did that before to save him before you even went there? So it's like you go there right away. Because Sam's always reticent to use his powers. He didn't actively try to save himself. He was like this. It was defensive, it wasn't offensive. Sam has never been, let's kick down the door. To me, that's very much Dean's sort of side of things. He's willing to run in there, be a fireman. You know, that was such a great one. I want to be a fireman because it's so Dean. He does want to run in there and save people and take care of things. And Sam's more, think about it and let's have a good plan, not just run in and kill. You know, run in and save people.
Well, until season 3. And Sam started to get
But that was Sam being. But to me, that was really a reaction to, I think my brother's going to die, and what does that mean for me? I'm going to be alone, and I think you saw some of that with Mystery Spot where he becomes like John,
But he was supposed to come out for 6 months, and yet when you come back, isn't that disappeared again?
Yeah.
I think they
But
dropped
he
that.
looked at the pillow, and that was how we were supposed to know that, like, you know, he wasn't. Oh, he was.
He didn't make the
The
bed.
people in his skirt.
He didn't make the bed. That's how it's supposed to know.
Yeah.
So pissed me off
Because
because
episode is a game changer. It should have been a 2-parter. I mean, take away the writer's strike, and it was like, it's one of those things where you can't take it back, but they are.
yeah,
Indeed.
they did
just
this
like-
huge
especially
life
searching
altering
the-
thing for
Yeah,
Sam,
yeah.
and they take it back.
And even just back to being sad.
I thought there'd been something in there.
Well, he
I
lost
think
his
he
color.
learned from. I think he learned that he didn't want to go that route. That route wasn't the way he had imagined it would be. Like he would go all the way to, with Bobby.
He killed Bobby.
Yeah, I think once he got to that point, he realized, oh, this isn't where I wanted it to really go. So next time, I'm not gonna go that far. That's how I.
That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way. That's a good point.
Yeah, it became his warning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
good.
he did listen to Dean, at the end when he was initially ready to tap into these powers and was sort of saying, maybe it's a good idea. And Dean made him promise not to. He went along with that to the end. I mean, he let Dean die. Gesundheit.
I like the idea of Sam having powers, but I don't want him to have a lot of control over them. And my ultimate fantasy is for Sam to have like this Carrie in the prom moment where he completely loses. Be awesome. Fake blood, because I'm not big on fake blood.
Watching our show. Oh my God, you did that early fake blood. That was so
Awesome.
It was like orange.
Not on film.
No rest for the weekend.
Oh,
This is the last one. I'm getting sorted. Because obviously we all know where Dean went, and of course the next gen's name is at 9 Who Lies. We know Dean's coming back.
Eric.
Or Eric Crick is one of them. So,
You know what they would do? They would end the
Chad! Wouldn't that be awesome though?
Oh my God.
so yeah, I'm showing him being ripped up because
Thank you.
what's going to happen to his body? I mean, we were joking about me putting him in the deep freeze.
Well, people made a good point with John when Crossroads Demon said she could bring him back, like after he'd been dead for a long time. Originally.
They had
So,
very Jedi.
that's what's the same good idea. I mean, is he going to sort of burn the body? I mean, it's just going
And
to be
John
a
comes back.
Yeah, she brought Sam back, and even after 24 hours, the huge body.
Yeah.
I know. Well, that's because
You should have said Yeah, you should have said
Sam's body was more lethal than Dick, and he was brought back. So Dean's body was
Yeah,
more
'cause
lethal
he
than
was
Dick.
healed.
That's not.
But he was the same type of magic.
Yeah.
If he makes a Crossroads deal, I'll buy that. Otherwise, you better be very clear. You're saying that.
No more Crossroads deals, I'm done.
Yeah, no more.
and Dean
Instead of being supernatural,
But they've set precedent.
something.
They've set
You're
precedent
absolutely right.
that a corpse
Dead body.
can be reanimated successfully.
But it also came up a lot at Crossroads when they were looking into, the other people who died that, well, they were all mauled, by, these invisible demon dog things. But the cause of death was always listed as something like heart failure or something that had nothing to do with, giant gaping clawed ones. So.
They
were
so afraid
of the giant gaping clawed ones that they have. They're wild dogs in the neighborhood.
That's a really good point.
That's a very good point.
That's an
Organs, you can
Sam's holding Dean's bloody body at the end of that. But you're right, they didn't die from actual, it wasn't an actual hellhound because nobody else could see them but Dean.
Right.
So,
It's his perception of what's happening.
so how did Sam see the damage, or did he not see
Did
the
he not
damage?
see the damage?
Did we, no. Did we as the audience just see the damage, but Sam just saw his
Just
brother
Dean's body? Yeah.
really,
Yeah.
going around.
That's an awesome
that's
point.
a good point. So maybe his body is totally intact.
Because Robert Johnson's
Because
body
it
was
really,
all-
the hellhound just took his soul, and it ripped his soul out and took that
Yeah.
away.
That's interesting.
That's, I didn't know that. See, this is good. I never thought of that.
Even if